Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius June 19, 2022. The moon spends the day in your sign, and you're more inclined to declare your needs and feelings or share your personal views. You are more engaged and connected than usual. You are more prone to causing a stir or getting noticed now. While you enjoy strong energy for your sense of independence, you're also making great strides with your domestic world. It can be a good time for a better feeling of harmony with family or beauty and peace in the home environment. The desire to make improvements and positive changes is building, and warmth in your personal world helps you feel more centered and focused. It seems that the more life-changing ideas you can dream up together, the better. The day's celestial configuration brings you both into brainstorming mode. You feel the need to move through a transformational experience together, to do something that will change your lives and change your outlook. You may well discover what you are looking for, and life may never be the same again. All eyes are on you as the moon enters your sign. Although you tend to be a crowd pleaser wherever you go, you do like to have your independence. So, being noticed more at work for your personality, disposition, or influence could be interesting. You may be a little overly aware of how you are acting or positioning yourself because others are taking note of your professionalism. Try not to let this intimidate you by feeling scrutinized. Focus on what you enjoy bringing to your work environment, and keep doing you instead. There is a great deal of fun to be had today. Remember that money isn't a necessary object to make this happen, however. In fact, money is a pretty lousy way to keep score. Consider the sacrifices you make each time you strive to earn more cash for your bank account. There is a dynamic feeling in the air today that is asking you to expand your mind in order to consider other ways of having fun. You will have to put up with unpleasantness in your private life, being asked repeatedly to take a stance on awkward conflicts. Some decisions may be taken that cause you great pain. Try to see this phase as a chance for inner growth. If you find the right way of doing things, you will be successful. Don't just use boring old words to get your point across. Construct puzzles, scavenger hunts, and complex body language ballets to communicate today. You can impress all the right people. Constantly tempted to seek pleasure for yourself, you don't even consider the thought of sharing intimate moments with another. If this is the way you feel, your attitude may satisfy you in the short term, but you notice something is missing, you're disenchanted. Practice self-restraint, reflect on your conduct. Try not to worry about what people think about you. Sometimes you can be a little too sensitive. You want others to like you, and you can get upset when people are aggressive or impatient. But don't take things so personally. If you can manage your emotions and remain detached today, you'll realize that people are just venting a bit. Nobody means you any harm. Cultivate that wonderful sense of humor and laugh away any stress. Be sure you don't duck out right before things are coming to a close. The energy from this day encourages you to see things through until the end. While this is something you may resist, it's an important thing to develop and do. Besides, it can be richly satisfying to see the work you first initiate come to fruition, and to receive the credit that you are due. Even if things feel boring now, stick with it. Before leaving Aquarius today, the moon's alignment with Saturn is a chance to get a better read on the impact of his retrograde turn 2 weeks ago. The moon's friendly aspect to the sun, in his last weekend in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart caps off an empowering few days that is giving you the confidence to follow your heart. It was a friendly aspect between the Sun and Saturn that has already helped to empower the journey ahead and this important new review phase. With the Sun in his last and Mercury his first weekend in your romantic sector, the solar spotlight is on matters of the heart, and there is also a chance to put heart and mind on the same page. Yet this is all preparation for Venus, the planet of love's return next week and the start of what can be the most romantically charged weeks of any year. Our eyes in the sky. First, a practical trine to Sirius Saturn in innovative Aquarius requires your attention and asks you to get down to business, coming up with a new solution to a problem that's been lingering for a bit too long. You might actually be somewhat embarrassed that it's taken you this long to address it, but now that the universe is directing your attention to it yet again, maybe you'll be motivated to tackle it once and for all. The second important solar aspect of the day is a square to distracted Neptune in Pisces, which does all it can to divert your attention away from what you actually should be focused on. Is this what people are talking about when they say they think the universe is working against them? Yes, your daydreams and insecurities might try their best to stop you from getting the important stuff done, but it also provides some invaluable creativity and the magical gift of intuition and insight. As long as you don't have to make any major decisions, you should be fine. Just after midnight, the Aquarius moon sextiles Jupiter in Aries, an auspicious influence that allows us to sink deeper into gratitude. By being generous with what we have, we stumble upon new ways to achieve progress in our work and relationships. Although this aspect is best used to improve interpersonal dynamics, many of us will be asleep at this hour, and we might experience its effects in our dreams. Our reveries can promote a sense of well-being, causing us to wake up cheerful and ready to seize the day. A change in perspective necessitates a shift in ideals, and although the Aquarius moon still has us consumed with upholding a legacy, impressing those who have come before us and leaving a mark for those who come after, Uranus reminds us that our task is to update these expectations, not to replicate them. We exist in the here and now, and we cannot greet the future by imitating the past. When we embrace the unexpected, we liberate ourselves, revising our conditioning through a marriage of common sense and progressive ideology. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the late afternoon, when the moon sextiles Chiron in Aries. We might find ourselves embroiled in a situation that reminds us of a past trauma. However, instead of retreating from the issue or accepting fault for something when we are faultless, we now give new context to the problem at hand. When we challenge our memories, we free ourselves from the narratives we adopted when we didn't have the literacy to understand the whole situation. Through this encounter with our trigger, we embrace healing.